Okay, before I start, I'd like to apologise for 3 things. Firstly, the lighting here is rubbish. That's my parents' fault. Secondly, if I sound like I'm whispering, I am, because my sister's asleep right next door. And thirdly, this is a day late, and I'm so sorry. But, if you can believe me or not, but it's true. My best friend left for New York, well, yeah, today. So all of yesterday was spent having a massive blowout evening party for her. So this letter to JK Rowling today is kind of dedicated to her because she loved Harry Potter. Okay, this letter was hard to write because it's not like an actor. With an actor you can compliment many different films. With an author who's only written one series of books, there isn't that much to say without sounding like you're completely and madly in love with them. I will read you what I've written, give you the address I've used, and comment. Oh, I sent my Tom Felton letter yesterday, on the way to Edinburugh, and it went well. It went into the postbox. I heard it hit the bottom of the pile. So if there's a reply, we'll expect it soon, and I will share. Okay, a JK Rowling letter. It's shorter than a Tom Felton letter because there's less to say. It's also, I think, not as funny because I didn't want to be witty and sassy with her, and it's ended up sounding a bit naff and kind of like I'm just repeating the plot of her stories. But here goes. Dear JK Rowling, or Rowling, I say Rowling. I know you don't often read these letters, and she doesn't barely ever get a reply. Let alone reply to them, although if it is you really reading this, then yay! But I needed to do something to distract myself. My best friend moved to the States today, and I don't know when I'll see her. So I'm just at home, wallowing in self-pity, which I was today. This friend is the one who actually first introduced me to the wonders and endless joys of Harry Potter a couple of months ago. So I'm new to the whole world. Firstly, and obviously, I adore Harry Potter books. Adore is better than love. For a long time I had a sort of taboo against reading them, partly because it annoyed my friends, but mainly because I didn't think they were my type of books. I saw them as fantasy, and that wasn't me. And they're certainly not the trashy chick lit or historic novels I usually read, but I fell in love with them all the same. In fact, today I freaked out a friend with how much I know about Harry Potter. He thought he was good, I was better, but still not the best. What I especially love is the attention to detail, especially with all the characters who aren't the Golden Trio. My favourites are Draco and Snape, but then again, I've always liked the dark and brooding type of guys. But then again, Luna, Dean, Seamus, Neville, and all the others have also captured my heart, but none more so than Sirius Black. Oh, I cried when he fell through that curtain. And then again, when Harry's firebolt fell to earth and shattered. I saw it as Harry's last link to Sirius gone. Yeah, I cried a lot in these books because I'm an emotional wreck. Really am. Actually, that reminds me. I wanted some advice. I missed out the I in that sentence. I've missed out the I in that sentence. I just said wanted advice. I wanted some advice. I wanted some advice. I'm writing a novel. It's better than this letter. Don't worry, because it is. And it's going well, except for one thing. Oh yeah, I should say I'm writing a novel, and I have been for almost a year now. And it's good. I can't seem to connect with my characters who aren't the two main ones, so they've ended up being written terribly. I've looked into the historical detail, because it's set during the First World War, of what their lives would be like and how they would be, but it hasn't really helped me all that much in terms of like emotionally. I should say that. Not that much with them personally. With them, bear with me. How many L's in personally? 2 L's. So I was wondering if you had any tips, and she probably won't because she won't reply. On the topic of writing, that's a really, really bad segue. Is that the word? Segue? Link? Whatever. I was wondering if you've ever read any Harry Potter books. There are some really good ones, especially set in the Order era. Don't know if that's pronounced right. And I've since fallen in love with James Potter, despite him bullying Severus Snape, who I also love. And actually, there's a really good one. She may kill me for advertising this on YouTube because I don't actually know her personally. There's some really good ones on fanfiction.net. If you look under James, like the pairing James and Lily, there's some really, really good ones. Like I love them. I'm a little obsessed. In fact, I think that's the one thing I wish there was in the Harry Potter books. More flashbacks and information on the Warders and their era, their time, their lives. That's all I have to say really without going overboard on the adoration. Except, and this is honestly wondering this, how did you decide which Weasley twin to kill off? And my friend Katie's also said, I have to quote, "How could you even do such a thing? A letter back would be beyond amazing, but I know not to hope for much. Your loyal fan, who is just a few chapters off finishing the Deathly Hallows," very exciting, Hannah. Maybe I should finish the books before I write these, but there's time restrictions. I've got English essays to write and novels to finish writing, and yeah, these letters are taking a toll. Okay, so my next letter is to, I haven't decided. Let's see who's next on my list. Book of Magic. Okay, let's open on a random page. That's not names. Right, the next letter is to, that's not names either. Where the hell are we put the names? So my next letter is going to be to Rupert Brent. No, actually it's not, because I want to see Wild Target before I write that. So it's going to be to, not Daniel Radcliffe, because I want to see my boy Jack before that, so maybe Emma Watson. No, I know, it's going to be to the Weasley twins. And I've decided that I'm going to do both of the Weasley twins, Fred and George, who are Oliver and James Phelps, not necessarily in that order, next. And I'm going to do them, there'll be 2 separate letters, there'll be 1 video, because I realise I'm actually 1 person over what I need. So, I'll be sending my JK Rowling letter either tomorrow or the day after. So, anything you want me to add, just say. And then, tomorrow, it's due tomorrow, I'm going to do my Oliver and James Phelps letters, who I also follow on Twitter, so those letters should be slightly easier to write. I'm going to be asking them on what it's like to be ginger, and if there's any sibling rivalry, especially when the one who plays Fred found out that he had to die and not his brother. That is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I wanted to know if there's any, like, oh, that's not fair, how come I get to be the one that dies and you get to live and just lose an ear, and I hope I haven't ruined that for anyone. Okay, so I'm not sure what time it will be tomorrow, but it will be here for midnight, hopefully, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.